What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Legit Fishing. Hey, I hope everybody's having a good day. My name is Dustin Holland, and this is Legit Fishing. If you couldn't tell by the video title, we're going to put a lithium battery in my 2020 Skeeter. I didn't buy just any lithium battery. I did purchase this with my own money. This is not a sponsored video, but I wanted to do an experiment. I've seen lithium batteries. I've been around them. You know, they're super expensive batteries, but they're also super nice because they last forever. But I wanted to try not the cheapest battery I could find, but a good, price point battery that is on the extreme low end of where lithium batteries fall. So I bought this one off of Amazon, and we're going to do an unboxing. We're going to install it in my boat, and that'll kind of be the first step. And then over this fishing season, we will see how this battery does and if it holds up. So let's unbox this battery. I bought a NOCO charger to charge this battery, and let's see what's inside the box. All right, so first things first, I already have 5 batteries in my boat. I have 3 lead acid batteries for my 36 volt trolling motor, and I have 2 house batteries, a cranking battery, and then one to run all my electronics. Those 2 house batteries are Group 31 AGMs, and I've seen a little bit of lack of performance when it comes to having the AGM. I do have 4 graphs on my boat. I have 3 12-inch and 1 10-inch unit. And by the end of a tournament day, if I'm not running a whole lot, it seems like my graphs are draining my battery extremely fast. So my charger in my boat is a Minn Kota 460 PC, which supposedly is okay to use with lithium, but like I said, it's a 4-bank charger. I have 5 batteries. Currently my 2 house batteries are paralleled together and being charged off of one lead of the charger. So we're going to pull that one lead, only charge the AGM battery that I'm going to use for cranking. We're going to install this NOCO 10 amp 1-bank charger, which is definitely rated for lithium, on this lithium battery. So let's open this box and see what we've got. So I bought this battery off of Amazon. It was actually the highest rated lithium battery that I could find, and it was less than half the price of a comparable battery from, say, Dakota Lithium, Powerhouse Lithium, any of your big name brand lithium batteries. So in this box, we've got a little envelope that looks like it has all of the paperwork we need. A hardware bag. This has the bolts for the terminals and some caps to cover those. Pretty well packaged, it seems like, in pretty thick foam. And here is the battery. So this is a LiFePO4 battery. This is a Group 31 size 100 amp hour lithium battery, and I can pick it up with one finger. This battery weighs, I think, like 23 pounds compared to the 70 so pounds for the AGM that we're going to replace with this battery. We'll go ahead and open up the charger as well and see what all comes with it. And the next thing we're going to do is the fun part, and that is pulling the other battery out of my boat and installing this. And I can tell you, on a 2020 Skeeter, that is not a fun job of trying to get in there to get a battery in or out. Battery charger is also packaged really well. We've got the little accessory sheet for the charger and 10 bank charger, or 1 bank, excuse me, charger. And if you can see, it has a setting just for lithium batteries. So I'm going to get all this unpackaged, ready to go. We're going to take it over to the boat and start pulling stuff apart and try to get that old battery out of there. All right, so this is what we have to work with. This is the main center compartment in the back of my boat. And you can see it's pretty tight. This side over here, that is my 3 trolling batteries. Then on this side, you can see one of the AGMs. The other one is up under this cover. We're gonna take that cover off, and then I'll bring the camera in here and try to get it set up to where you can see everything that I'm doing. All right, so I've got my back hatch open. We're gonna take this panel off. There's 4 screws on the ZX 250 that hold these in. They're T20 bits. This panel just pops right off. I'll get y'all down in here so you can kind of see how tight this is. I am going to have to remove both batteries to be able to access, because if I'm not mistaken, my cranking battery is kind of the more outside battery, and there's no way to get the old battery out or the new battery in through this hole right here. So I'll get y'all in here to take a closer look. All right, so this is kind of what we're working with. Everything is tied up really nice. The wires are routed pretty clean, but down in this hole are the 2 AGM batteries. And like I said, if I'm not mistaken, this far battery over here, kind of closer to the end, is my cranking battery. This battery right here that's closest is my electronics / house battery. There's no way it's going to come through this hole. So if in fact that closest battery to the inside is my cranking battery, we're going to have to pull both of these out just to get the one out. Okay, we're going to start disconnecting wires. One tip that I will give you for when it comes to keeping track of your wires, because there's quite a few of them in here: zip ties. We're not going to necessarily wrap them around the wire, but we are going to put them through the ring terminals so that we can keep track of what goes where and what goes to what battery. The nuts on these are a 9/16. Grabbed a couple wrenches just in case, because I couldn't remember exactly what was what. But I do have my main Perco switch shut off so that there's no power running through the majority of this stuff. I do know that both of these are 2 graphs. This one is ran into a fuse box. And there was another one there that was a jumper to parallel both of those batteries together. So just like this, we're going to run a zip tie through, and we know that those 3 go to this one battery. Get in here to the positive terminal. Try not to touch any of these together so nothing arcs. Separate our jumper for the positive. And pull off the 2 positive wires that were hooked to this battery. All right, these cables are clear, they're not attached to anything. We're going to try to just kind of stuff them out of our way for a minute while we get down here and I unhook the main house battery. Kind of got to work back and forth on this one. There's our jumper that we will no longer need. Charging lead. We'll just need to remember that's separate. Other lead. I believe that is everything unhooked from that battery. And it is. So I'm going to put y'all in time-lapse mode. It's going to take me longer than I want it to be able to get these batteries out. So y'all can watch me struggle through that. Okay, instead of your traditional post and nut setup with a typical battery, this lithium actually comes with bolts. And then you have these little cap protectors that snap over the top of the bolt to protect it. I do know with a lithium battery that is pretty important, because you do have a chance, you know, to short out the lithium battery a little bit easier than you would a typical battery. But I have my cables here. These are for my graphs, and we are simply going to hook these up. Pull them back a little bit more room to work with. We're going to hook these up to the lithium battery. I also need to hook up this charger. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to route this yet, but I'm just going to run these cables down through here, and I have enough room to where I can fish it through. I'm kind of thinking about mounting it right here. That way I can, you know, when I open this door, I can see that my Minn Kota charger is working, and I'll also be able to see that this charger is charging my lithium battery as well. The Skeeter does have a built-in plug that comes out right beside the driver's seat. I'm going to find the end of that, put a two-way connector on there to plug this charger into. That way I still only have to plug into one spot when I go to charge my batteries. So let's get this hooked up. Okay, so I have both of these batteries installed. I have all of my wires ran. This is where I decided to mount this charger. When I shut the door, the wires are out of the way, nothing happens. And then up here beside the driver's seat, this is where the plug comes through that I can plug in, you know, an extension cord goes through this. I did go and get a splitter cable that I'm going to hook, because now that I have two chargers, I have two plugs instead of just the one plug for the Minn Kota Precision. So I'm going to hook that up now. All right, y'all. Well, that concludes the install of this lithium battery and no-code charger that I bought. I bought both of these off of Amazon. I've got like right at 400 bucks invested in this, which you can't hardly find a 100 amp hour 12 volt lithium battery for less than $600. Yeah, there's a couple companies out there, but the majority of the time to get that 100 amp hour, you're going to be looking at least 600 bucks. The charger was almost half of that price. And I'm excited to see how this lithium battery does. Obviously, it's not a name brand, but that doesn't always mean everything, because the majority of lithium batteries, even the name brand ones, are made in China. This one's definitely made in China, but we'll see how it does, because I know in the next not too distant future, I'm gonna have to put trolling motor batteries in this boat. And if this battery does everything I expect it to, I'm gonna put that lithium battery in with my trolling motors. I'm gonna need 3 batteries, and they cost almost the same as a good AGM battery. And why not have more power, save a ton of weight? That would help this boat out tremendously to lose, 100 pounds maybe. So we'll see how this battery does. I'll keep y'all updated. I know I did check on my graph, and my voltage to all my graphs was 13 volts, which is much more than what I continuously see. So let me know what you think. Would you try out one of these batteries? Do you think that they're just total crap? Whatever you think, let me know below. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the subscriptions. See y'all on the next video. Bye.